Everyone's ambition when you start working is you want to become a people manager. You want to become a boss. You want to have lots of people reporting to you. You want to have a fancy title, lot of money, a corner office, plush chair, and a great car to drive. This is a lot of people's dream. But do you know where you are as a person? What do you have to do to become these characteristics that I just mentioned? Your company can make you a manager, but it is your people that makes you a leader. So today I'm going to talk about what's the difference between a manager and a leader and how do you become a very inspiring leader. Let's get started. So the most common problem I see is everyone's desire is to be a famous leader. They look at Mark Zuckerberg, they look at big corporate CEOs, startup CEOs, and say, I want to be like him or her. And they started visualizing that they are them as well. The moment they become a boss or a manager in a company with people management responsibility, in many cases they behave exactly like their boss had behaved. If their boss was difficult boss, they also think that's what it is. They feel that a boss has to be bossy, that's where the word came from. That the manager has to be directive. The manager has to be pace setting. What is the meaning of that? Directive is telling people what to do. Pace setting is I will do it, you just follow me. Don't think, just do what I say. These two are two key leadership traits that you must have very little. So what are the leadership styles that a great leader should have? Overall, in general, I have read about 6 to 7 key leadership styles. They are coaching, visionary, pace setting, directive, affiliative, and collaborative. Most of these words are self-explanatory. But a directive style and pace setting style I explained already. A coaching style is where you are more like a teacher, helping them find their way to become the best in their jobs. A visionary style is you inspire them, you show them a long-term vision, and you say them that's where we all have to go. Can you all come together with me and we make it happen? A collaborative style is working together and making things happen. A participative style is where you help together to achieve successes. So except for directive and pace setting, the remaining ones are positive leadership traits. Now, does that mean that I cannot be directive or I should not be pace setting? No. They are also important traits that you must have, but you must use them not all the time. All these leadership styles are like knives that you need to have in your house. Some you need to use them for cutting vegetables, some you need to use them for cutting tougher things. But every time you need to be able to pull out the knife that you require. For example, if there's a fire in the office, you can't be coaching people. You got to say, guys, let's run, follow me. That's where pace setting is used. If a customer complaint comes and you want to get things done immediately, you got to call someone and say, please go and do this. That is when you use a directive style. But what happens is people use these two styles 90% of the times. And then their people are struggling to work with them. This is where I want you all to think about. Now the question in your mind would be, how do I know what is my style? Now there are a lot of professional psychometric leadership tests that organizations conduct, like we do in my organization as well. But you can even get all these questions online. If you go and search in the internet, you will get leadership survey questions. What you can do is, if your organization doesn't do it formally, you can do it like send it out as questions in a survey monkey or even in an email to your immediate direct reports, to your colleagues, to your boss. Get them to do the survey for you. You get the result and you analyze. But once you get the survey results, the first thing you need to do is thank the people who surveyed for you. Appreciate them for taking their time to give you feedback. And before they do the survey, tell them to be honest and upfront with their feedback so that you really get valuable feedback. Once you get the feedback, work with your team and work out 1 or 2 actions that you can do to improve your leadership style, to make it even better, to make it even more inspiring. Once you decide on the actions, put in habits, actions in place on a daily basis to make that change. Your goal is to make those actions into habits, and the habit becomes your new style. That's when you've succeeded. What you need to do for that is put a lot of reminders, put posters in your house, make notes. So wherever you see, you're putting the small little actions that you have to practice every day. For example, one of the action could be every day go and say hello, good morning to your team members and have a little chat about their weekend or their previous day. This is a reminder you may need to put if you're not used to doing it naturally, because you may forget. Once you put these habits and practice them, it just comes as a second nature to you in future. When they give you negative feedback, do not argue with them or defend them. Just appreciate them and thank them and take it on board. Even if you think it is not fair, it doesn't matter. Just try and work on it and improve yourself to become the best leader you can. End of the day, you want to be known as an inspiring leader. You want to be known as a person who will take them to something that they even never imagined. Have you ever had a dream for every single direct employee who works for you? Do you have a dream what you want to take them to? Where do you think they can achieve in their future? This is the kind of thing that you should be talking to them. And make them feel that you're always there to take care of them. That's what will make a difference between a manager and a leader. If you want to be a manager or leader, you make that decision. And your people will make the decision for you. Thank you all once again. I hope you all learned something today as well. Till I see you all next week, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Thank you.